Hello party people, welcome back to my channel. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you every single full bottle of fragrance that I have in my fragrance collection as of June 28th, 2026. So first things first, if you only have one fragrance, you're doing pretty good because you only need one fragrance to smell good. So why do I have so many? Because I'm a collector and I have fun with it and I like to smell different every single day. I like to have a variety of choices, but you don't need this many fragrances to be happy. You only need one to smell good. Keep that in mind. So we're going to start this off with a fragrance that I acquired as a gift for my wife on Christmas of 2025. It is Rochas L'Homme. Rochas L'Homme, or Rochas, or Rochas, however you say that brand, is a very underrated fragrance because it's got a lot of traits of other blue fragrances, but this one in particular just smells a little bit different, smells a little bit unique. So Rochas L'Homme for $20 is an absolute amazing pickup on FragranceNet. Fragrance number 2, Versace Eau Fraiche. So you can tell there's a big dent taken out of this bottle. I'm almost done with the bottle. And by the end of the summer, I'm sure I will be done with the bottle because this is the Summer King. You could see the design of it is supposed to look like waves. So this is one of the coolest bottles. I could have bought a tester, but I decided to buy one with the cap because obviously it's worth it. So this fragrance right here, I bought it a couple months ago and I had it at about halfway, but it is a fragrance that you're gonna have to overspray. It's fresh, it's fruity, it's delicious. Fragrance number 3 is my scent of the day. This is what I'm wearing right now. This fragrance is another Summer King. So with this fragrance right here, it's going to be a little fresher, a little brighter, and a little bit less deep. This is what I call a deep blue fragrance. It's not a light blue fragrance. It's a deep blue, and you can tell by the color of the bottle. This is darker. It's got incense. It's got a lot of depth for being a blue fragrance. So you can wear this in the summer, but you could also wear it in the winter. This is Versace's Dylan Blue. Fragrance number 4 is Nautica Voyage. Okay, Nautica Voyage is extremely cheap, so it's considered the cheap king because there's no fragrance that you can buy for $20 that's going to give you this amount of versatility and value. This is a high quality scent at a low price. Nautica Voyage, you'll see it at Walmart, you'll see it everywhere. $20, $13, sometimes you can get it on Amazon, FragranceNet. It's very cheap and it's worth every single penny. This is another deep blue fragrance. And by deep blue, I was talking about Dylan Blue, Versace Dylan Blue. And this is Aqua Essenziale Blue, both perfumed by Alberto Marias, who is an amazing perfumer out of Spain. He's done a lot of fragrances in this collection that I have. He's my favorite perfumer. Aqua Essenziale Blue, it smells like a blue fragrance with a little bit, I don't know if it has cinnamon in it, but it smells to me like it has cinnamon. And when you spray it, right, I feel like it goes really well with chewing cinnamon gum. So if you got anything cinnamon, cinnamon toothpaste, cinnamon gum, and this, it is a blue fragrance with cinnamon, in my opinion. Next fragrance is going to be your shaving cream fragrance. This was popular in the 80s, so your grandpa and your dad probably wore it, and it's super duper cheap. So you can buy a bottle of Drakkar Noir by Guy Laroche, or Guy Laroche, I don't know how you say it. I've heard it both ways. So this fragrance right here is absolutely incredible, and it smells just like shaving cream. So if you like shaving cream, but you don't want to just wear shaving cream because it's going to die out in a second, spray this on. This is a fragrance you probably never heard of because nobody's ever heard of it. I bought it at TJ Maxx. I'm not even sure if they make it anymore because you can't find it anywhere online, right? This is called Sandalwood. See, I had to look at the name because Sandalwood in the Portola collection. My wife and I simply refer to this fragrance as Portola. So when I ask her, what fragrance do you want me to wear, babe? She always says Portola. It's one of her top 5 favorite fragrances in my collection. So this right here, if you can snag a bottle, You probably should. It smells really good. It smells very similar to Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Tom Ford's Oud Wood for cheap. This is part of the Club de Nuit line. You see that? That looks like the Donald Trump building over in Las Vegas. You see my reflection in there. So this is Club de Nuit, Club de Nuit Milestone. Club de Nuit Milestone. You guys can't really see it. This is a dupe fragrance of the famous Creed Millésime Imperial, which smells like salty watermelon. It is delicious. It smells good. It's great for the summer. It smells high quality for the price. It is bright and it's bubbly and it smells absolutely delicious. So if you want an effervescent watermelon fragrance, this is the one. This is Club de Nuit Intense Man. My most worn fragrance of all time, because I'm almost done with the bottle. It is my wife's favorite fragrance on me of all time. There's no fragrance that she likes on me more than this one, because this is the one she will request the absolute most. So, Club de Nuit Intense Man. I'm not the only one singing its praise. It is a Creed Aventus, so that one right there, Milestone, is a Creed Millésime Imperial clone. This is a dupe of Creed's Aventus. Creed Aventus is one of the most popular men's niche fragrances of all time, but this is a very cheap but very high quality version of Creed Aventus. Next fragrance. This is a tester bottle, right? So if you buy testers, you'll get them cheaper. This is a tester bottle of Montblanc Legend. Montblanc Legend is a dupe or a inspired fragrance by the once very popular Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce. So Abercrombie & Fitch's Fierce is a very popular fragrance of the early 2000s when I was a kid. So when I smelled this, of course, I thought, that smells familiar. It's because it is familiar. It's an inspired, but it's very, very, very good for the price. If you can get this for $40 or under, you're doing really good. You can get the EDP, but I have the EDT. I like EDTs because they project very well. So this fragrance right here is absolutely incredible. This is also called Legend, but this is Azzaro Chrome Legend. So Azzaro Chrome is one of my favorite fragrances, but this right here is Azzaro Chrome Legend. It smells aquatic, right? You see how it looks? It looks like the ocean because it smells like the ocean too. This fragrance is underrated, so if you can pick it up at Burlington, Ross, TJ Maxx, or any of the rack stores, you're probably going to be in a pretty good position to smell really, really good. It's not something that's going to blow your socks off, but it is a great day-to-day fragrance. You could wear this to the gym, you could wear this to the office, you could wear this wherever you want. But if you do wear it, you will smell delicious. So I don't think you could go wrong by blind buying this fragrance if you do see it out in the wild. This is Missoni Wave, right? You see how much I've used, okay? That's not a lot, so you would think maybe it's not one of my favorite fragrances. But it's the only fragrance that I have a backup bottle of it. Why do I have a backup bottle? Missoni Wave is an aquatic, obviously. It's in the name. It's wave, right? It's a wave. It's a wave of deliciousness. This fragrance, obviously, if you've researched it, it's very similar to Versace Pour Homme and very similar to the fragrance known as Allure Homme Sport by Chanel. So it punches way above its weight class in terms of it's a high performing, not super high performing, but for an aquatic, it's pretty good performing on my skin. It smells really good for the price. And this fragrance, the reason I have a backup, magnetic cap. The reason I have a backup bottle of this is because I do believe it has been discontinued. And this is one of my wife's all-time favorite scents from when we were first dating. So I had to get a backup bottle because I didn't want to lose out on this. So Missoni Wave. This is Afnan's Turathi Blue. I bought this the same day I got my Versace Man Eau Fraiche. I got it because there was a lot of hype on it. Now the bottle sucks, right? The bottle has a very thin base, so this thing's prone to tipping over. It also doesn't fit well because it's got like a really muscular man's physique, right? It's got that V-shaped back on it. That is problematic because, of course, it tips over and it's top heavy, okay? Atomizer, it looked good on camera. It kind of sucks. Kind of a sucky bottle, but the smell is inspired by, it's a dupe fragrance of Bulgari's Tiger. Also, you have to line it up perfectly. Look at this stupid bottle. It's like they're trying to piss us off. but the scent itself is amazing. It is another deep blue fragrance along with Versace Dylan Blue, Aqua Essenziale Blue, Turathi Blue. You know, it's kind of a theme, isn't it? Our next fragrance is Starwalker Extreme by Montblanc. Now, Starwalker, the original, is actually fantastic. I don't have a bottle. I was in Seattle at the airport and I sprayed some on just to test it and I loved it. So Starwalker, that fragrance is one I need to get in my collection. This was a cheap pickup at TJ Maxx. It's hard to say because of PJ Masks, the kids show that my son watches. So Starwalker Extreme, pretty good fragrance. I'd give it probably like a 7 out of 10. It's nothing special, but it's definitely a good fragrance if you can pick it up. One of my favorite fragrances that my wife absolutely hates is Afnan 9 p.m. Afnan 9 p.m. smells like vanilla. It smells like green apple. It's a dupe fragrance or an inspired by fragrance of Ultramall by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I've never smelled the original. What I can say though is that the bottle is heavy. The cap is heavy. I like the clink that it makes. It smells delicious. As you could tell, even for a strong fragrance, I've used a lot of it. And for the price, you absolutely cannot beat this. My wife hates this stuff. I can't wear it around her. She hates it. She hates it, and she hates one other fragrance. Actually, I'll just do that as our next fragrance. But Afnan 9 p.m., really good, cool bottle, other than it's kind of very thin at the bottom, so it can tip over, so you can't lean it up against things. But a fresh apple, pear, delicious, vanillic scent. This stuff is a 10 out of 10. Our next fragrance is another, yeah, I know, right? What I'm about to say is crazy. The next fragrance that my wife absolutely despises is Azzaro The Most Wanted Parfum. Azzaro The Most Wanted Parfum is cinnamon. Oh, man, this stuff is, when you go to a party, this is what you want to be wearing, right? Just because it stands out from the crowd, it's got cinnamon, it's got spiciness, it's warm, it's inviting, it projects really well, it lasts a long time. You only need a couple sprays, but man, it makes you want to spray more because it's so good. So hopefully your wife is not like my wife, who I love very much, but I can't understand how she doesn't love this stuff. You see, I use it. I used it a lot before my wife told me stop wearing that stuff. Delicious. It's incredible. Another fragrance. This was my son's, one of my son's fragrances of the day. Now, my son's 4 years old, but he loves to put on fragrances, and one of the ones that he loves is Rasasi Hawas. Not ice. I don't have Rasasi Hawas ice. Haven't smelled it. This one is a plum fragrance. I remember when I first opened up the box, I could smell this fragrance through the box. It's sweet, it's fresh. It's got a snake that wraps around the cap, which is kind of cool. You see the tail there, and you go up. Pretty cool, textured. For the price, this can't be beat. It's supposed to smell like Invictus Aqua 2016 or 2018. I don't know, whichever one people love. This is fresh, aquatic, a little bit aquatic, very delicious. Sometimes it's too strong, and that's kind of the thing, is you can dial back the sprays, but it is, it is friendly for the summer, it is friendly for the winter, it is friendly for the fall. Wear it whenever you want, just be careful with the sprays because this thing is an absolute monster. Next fragrance is a classic from the 90s. Actually, it may be even older than that. This is a 6.7 ounce bottle. So I'm about halfway through a 200 milliliter bottle of Davidoff Coolwater Eau de Toilette. Okay, you see that I'm almost done with this bottle. This bottle is incredible. You can use it as an air freshener, and it's super cheap. It's super cheap, super aquatic. It's got swagger to it. It smells good. It smells like the ocean. It was created by the same perfumer who does Green Irish Tweed by Creed. So it does have a high caliber. It is a high caliber scent for a very, very cheap price, because this 6.7 ounce bottle, I bought it for maybe $25 off Amazon, so it wasn't even on a discounter website. Next fragrance, the most hated and loved scent of our era, Dior Sauvage. It is the #1 selling fragrance in the entire world, dethroning Acqua di Gio EDT as the most sold fragrance in the world. So this fragrance right here, everybody wears it. It's an Ambroxan balm. I have the Eau de Toilette, but all the concentrations are good. This stuff is hated because, well, it's worn by a lot of people. They say it smells like your ex-boyfriend, your ex-girlfriend, or your ex-boyfriend, and I don't really care because the ex-boyfriend probably smells pretty good if he smells like Sauvage. Sauvage is very nostalgic. I'm about halfway through the bottle down here if you can't see it. So Sauvage is a high recommendation for me. This is Whiskey and Leather Teakwood Eau de Cologne concentration. About 15 bucks over at TJ Maxx. This pickup was kind of just one of those ones that they have on the shelf that because what do you call it? Because you could spray it and see what it smells like. Anything that has teakwood in it, whether it's Bath and Body Works, also titled Teakwood, whether it is a fragrance like a candle with a teakwood. Teakwood is one of my favorite scent profiles, very similar to the Montblanc Legend that I told you earlier. So, Whiskey and Leather, Teakwood. You can find it, pick it up. You won't regret it. It smells absolutely amazing, even though it doesn't last long. Another fragrance that smells amazing but doesn't last very long, but you cannot beat this, is Dolce & Gabbana, the One Eau de Parfum. It smells very similar to the original Dolce & Gabbana Eau de Toilette, or the One Eau de Toilette, but I will tell you that this fragrance not only has one of the coolest looking bottles. I love this bottle. I love this bottle. I love the juice color. I love the gradient going down, fading to black. It reminds me of a root beer looking flavor. It just looks like you could drink it. It's a gourmand. It's spicy. It's subtle. It's seductive. It is everything that you could ever want in a fragrance. I love this stuff. I wish I wore it more. I should wear it more. It's incredible. Incredible. That's all I got to say about this stuff. There was one other thing that I wanted to say about this fragrance. I don't know. You can compare it to La Nuit De Lhomme, another amazing fragrance. So maybe I'll go to La Nuit De Lhomme next. This is La Nuit De Lhomme Eau de Toilette by Yves Saint Laurent. Amazing fragrance right here, just as seductive as Dolce & Gabbana, the One Eau de Parfum. Those two fragrances are the end-all, be-all of date night designer fragrances. This stuff has cardamom, it's spicy, it's warm. You wear it in the nighttime. This is what my wife calls her bedtime cologne. She loves the smell of it. She always has. I love it. You can tell I've used half a bottle of it. It's more appropriate for nighttime. It's more appropriate for the cold weather. But if you wore this on a date night, you could wear it in the summer. This fragrance is inviting. It's warm. It's absolutely everything I could ask for in a fragrance. And, oh, shoot. When this bottle is gone, I'm getting a new one. Have to. It's too much money, but I got to do it. Now, if you want one of the most expensive fragrances in my collection, but pretty much well worth it, this is Tom Ford Ombre Leather. And it's the regular... I don't think it's the, I can't remember what the other concentrations are. Now, Ombre Leather is a great fragrance line, and Tom Ford is a great fragrance house. Usually, it's for your masculine men. That's who's going to want to wear Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. So if you are a masculine man, a lot of people say you wear a leather jacket. Oh, it smells good. So this fragrance right here, it smells like leather. It's called Ombre Leather. It does not lie. That is what this fragrance is all about, the leather. Tom Ford. Would I recommend you get a full bottle like this? Probably not, because you could get away with 1.7 ounce bottle and it will last you a long, long time because you only need a few sprays. So if you're a masculine man, or if you're a man who wants to be more masculine, oh, you're strong, this is the fragrance. Sorry, my phone died when I was recording the Tom Ford piece, but this is Chanel's Bleu de Chanel, another one of my most expensive fragrances. You could tell I wear it a lot because it's down to about a little below half. Bleu de Chanel is a great fragrance. It is a fragrance, whether you get the EDT, the EDP, or the Parfum, or now the L'Exclusive version, you're going to be getting a winner. So I like the EDT. I think it's the best smelling, honestly. I think the Parfum's really good. I think that all of them are really good, but Bleu de Chanel EDT is a superstar. You can overspray it. Obviously, it's expensive, so you want to be mindful of that if it is your signature scent. It does come with a magnetic cap. It's a really cool looking bottle, a really nice blue hue. It's a great fragrance for anybody who wants a day-to-day wear. This fragrance is one of my favorites of all time. It's one of the most unique fragrances that you can find. It's delicious. I've used a lot of it. It's called Maison Martin Margiela Jazz Club. Jazz Club is a fantastic scent. You can see I use it a lot. It's a fragrance that is smoky. It's got a tobacco type feel. It's boozy. It's designed to smell like the inside of a jazz club. While I've never been inside of a jazz club, I totally understand the vibe. So this fragrance right here, it is a masculine scent, but I actually do think it could be unisex. I think that a woman could wear this and still smell seductive, still smell good, still smell delicious. And I love the bottles of the Maison Martin Margiela replica line, replicating a certain feeling. Jazz Club's amazing. Similar to that, and similar to, I guess it gets compared to, what is it? Which is the one it gets compared to? Anyway, this is CK1 Shock. CK1 Shock is a spicy tobacco scent. It is very cheap. It's about 20 bucks. You could buy a full bottle. It comes with no lid, just the cap, or just the sprayer. It does come with a little screw on that you can replace. See, you could take this off and you can put on a lid, but I usually just keep it just like this. And it smells really good in the air because I just sprayed it. So obviously it's got the cool bottle. A lot of people don't like it. They say it looks juvenile. I think it looks really, really good. And I love the green. Yves Saint Laurent YSL Y Eau de Parfum. This fragrance is really, really good. It's very strong. It's very sweet. It's very fresh. It's a fragrance that is probably the most versatile you can get. It goes with your Bleu de Chanel, your Dior Sauvage, your Dylan Blue, your Y Eau de Parfum, your Acqua di Gios. Those are the fragrances that you can wear anytime, anywhere, and this fragrance is a powerhouse. So if you spray it on you, it can become a little bit cloying, but other than that, this fragrance is fantastic, and I recommend it to anyone who's just getting started in fragrances. And as you can tell, it's called Y Eau de Parfum. It's a pretty cool little feature. Another high-end designer is Dior Homme EDT. Dior Homme EDT, it is not Dior Homme Original, it's Dior Homme 2020. So this fragrance was formulated in the year 2020. It is a woody masculine scent. It's very good. It obviously has this cool bottle. I got the 100 milliliter of it, and it is I just like the color of the bottle, the look of the bottle. This was one of those fragrances that I sampled before buying, and I'm glad I bought it. It smells really good, very versatile. You can wear it year round. This is an amazing scent right here. 10 out of 10. Also, it's my wife's pretty much one of her favorite scents ever. So at one point, she was telling me that needs to be in my rotation at least once a week. So this fragrance right here is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum. This fragrance is a minty, it's got mint in it, it's got dark, spicy notes. It is a wonderful scent. Sometimes I don't like it, if I'm being honest, because it's got the nameplate saying Gaultier back here. Sometimes I don't like it just because I get tired of it. But that being said, every time I come back around to it, it's a fragrance that I do enjoy in my collection. This is for the winter. This is for date nights. This is for nights out. This is for a cold. You could wear this on Christmas and it would be an awesome way to present yourself around your close relatives, family, whoever you're spending Christmas with. So this scent is amazing right here. Next fragrance is Halloween Man X. Halloween Man X is a coffee fragrance. So if you like the smell of sweetness mixed with coffee, this fragrance right here is amazing. So everything I said about Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Le Parfum, this fragrance does too. Date nights, I'm talking winter, It's called Halloween Man X. I actually, ironically, when I first ordered it and received the package on Halloween of like 2021, 2022, when I first started collecting fragrances. It's cheap, it's delicious. You don't need a full bottle because you're probably not going to go through it all. The small, whatever, 2.5 ounce bottle, that's an amazing fragrance right here. This stuff is amazing. The bottle looks cool. It goes from a black gradient down to a blue. This fragrance right here is everything that I would want in a coffee fragrance. So 10 out of 10 in my books. This fragrance right here is a dupe of Tom Ford. I told you I like Tom Ford. This one is Tobacco Touch. I actually like this more than Tobacco Vanille, which is what it is inspired by. This is by Maison Alhambra. Okay, so for $15, I think it's like $15. I'm not even joking. I think it's like $15 on Fragrance Net. This fragrance is super good. It is a Christmas in a bottle type scent. It's got tobacco, it's got vanilla. It's not as spicy and sharp as what Tobacco Vanille smells like. I highly recommend this if you like Tom Ford fragrances and if you like Tobacco Vanille but don't want to break the bank on it. Speaking of breaking the bank, this fragrance is my most expensive fragrance and my only niche fragrance currently in my collection. So this is one of the most beautiful bottles I've ever seen in my life, and one of my favorite scents of all time. This is called Xerjoff's Naxos. Xerjoff Naxos is the way to be 100%. This stuff, oh, it's honey, it's lavender, it's tobacco. This fragrance, if you like the smell of honey, you're gonna like this. If you like tobacco, you're gonna like this. If you like lavender, all of those three notes are like the big three in this. The bottle looks so nice with the gold coloring. The lid, high quality bottle. It's got this pattern on the back. I bought this for $180 for a full 3.4 ounce bottle. That was on discount, so obviously it's quite a pricey fragrance. If you can buy it at that price and you love it, I recommend doing it. This is one of the few fragrances that I would say absolutely get the original, don't get a dupe. The reason I say that is because the way I describe dupes versus originals is a flat Pepsi versus a bubbly Pepsi. So this right here is a bubbly Pepsi, but if you buy like Xerjoff, if you buy like Alexandria fragrance, the knockoff of this, which I think it's called 1861, I don't know what it's called. Whatever it is, it's kind of more like a flat Pepsi than a bubbly Pepsi. Xerjoff Naxos, can't recommend it enough. You can wear it year round, although dial back the sprays in the summer, but it does smell good in the heat and it smells really good in the cold. In our first edition of the Acqua di Gio line, this fragrance is my first fragrance that I ever bought. I have finished multiple bottles because it was before I was a collector of fragrances. I have some funny family stories that relate to this fragrance. But this fragrance right here is the #1 selling men's fragrance in the history of the world. It was designed by master perfumer Alberto Morillas. This fragrance is fantastic. If you're ever looking for a fragrance that's fresh, aquatic, airy, it's just something that you absolutely still want to have in your collection, even though it was produced in 1995 and even though a lot of people say it's dated. Still, keep it in your collection. I've smelled it on people in the air and it's still killing it 31 years later. The younger brother, the new and improved Acqua di Gio Profondo. This is a mineralic, oceanic, delicious version of Acqua di Gio, the original. This fragrance is super nice. Obviously, you can see I've emptied a big portion of this bottle. This is the 4.2 ounce bottle. You can get it in 2.5 ounces as well. This fragrance, I was testing it when I first met my wife, and I kind of used that as an excuse to buy it because she really loved it. And I thought, you know what, if I'm gonna stay with her, didn't know at the time if I would, but I thought I would. You know, I hoped I would have. This fragrance I bought because she loved it so much. So this fragrance right here has a lot of memories of me, my son, and my wife. So love this fragrance. This fragrance right here is what some people consider to be the greatest designer fragrance of all time. Kevin Samuel, the late great Kevin Samuel, he said so himself. I blind bought this at his recommendation. I have used less of it, mostly because it is discontinued. So I don't necessarily want to be the one to completely drain a bottle. You feel kind of bad using it, but Acqua di Gio Profumo has incense, patchouli, and everything aquatic about the fragrance, but darkening it up. So this fragrance is a masterpiece, also designed by Alberto Marias, the one and only. So this fragrance right here, if you can get your hands on the bottle for a decent price, you could go for it. You could also buy dupes. You could also buy the new release, the relatively new release that kind of mimics this, which is Acqua di Gio Parfum, also in a black bottle. This fragrance was a cheap rack store pickup. I picked it up on the same day that I picked up the Portola fragrance that I showed you earlier. This kind of smells, to me, like a bad boy Carolina Herrera fragrance. It kind of smells like a 1 million, more like a bad boy by Carolina Herrera. That's what this smells like to me. It's called X-Man by Jean-Marc Paris. So that fragrance is not bad. It's not great. Sometimes I'm really in the mood for it and I will pull it out and sometimes you just gotta have a scent that you're only in the mood for every so often, but when you're in the mood, you're really in the mood. And I have had that with that. This fragrance, I had said that Naxos is my most expensive fragrance, but obviously I wasn't including Spider-Man. This fragrance is my son's signature scent. It's his go-to fragrance. Kind of smells like Abercrombie and Fitch's Fierce, Montblanc Legend, all of those fragrances, that teakwood type smell. So this fragrance is my most expensive scent. This will run you retail at about $10. So this fragrance is a problem. Like if you want to pull women, this is don't be giving away the secret, but this is it. That fragrance be getting you women. What you might consider one of my signature scents, we have Prada L'Homme. This is a 1.7 ounce, 50 milliliter bottle that I've had. It is the scent that reminds me most of my brief stint in college. I was at Utah Valley University for a little bit, and this fragrance had served me very well. I wore this yesterday as my scent of the day. I overspray it. It's powdery. It's delicious. I love it. I can't say enough good things about the original Prada L'Homme EDT. So I have not smelled the other renditions of Prada L'Homme, but I hope to get my nose on them soon. My only other Prada fragrance in my collection, this, you know how I said that would be one of my signature scents? Well, Prada does a very good job of being one of my favorite houses. Prada Luna Rossa Eau de Toilette. This fragrance right here is what I would consider to be my signature scent. I've only had it for a couple months. I got it for a wedding gift. I got married back in March and was given this by one of my best friends. And this fragrance right here is absolutely amazing. It is fresh. It's got clary sage, mint, I think orange blossom. It's a very delicious scent right here. If I want to feel like I have swag, if I want to give myself confidence that day, I'm going to put on this gray hat because I like the color, and I'm going to put on this, and it makes me feel fresh, clean, awesome. This stuff is a king of summer. So very underrated. I originally found out about this fragrance because my uncle he still does wear it a lot as his signature scent. So I feel bad for stealing it, but, well, I didn't steal the bottle, but I feel bad for stealing this swag from him, but I had to get myself a bottle of it. It smells so good. I recommend this to everyone. It's underrated. Next fragrance was my wedding fragrance. So I bought this bottle. I didn't like it at first. I said, if you want to wear a fragrance without wearing a fragrance, you would wear this one, Burberry Touch for Men. Burberry Touch for Men. I originally had a bottle and I decided to give it away to my nephew for Christmas because I personally didn't like it. I didn't find it magical. I didn't like dealing with it. I thought the bottle looked really nice. It's got this nice wooden cap. So I gave away the bottle that I had, and I had to get it back in my collection because it was nostalgic. It reminded me of when my wife and I very first met. The day that we met, I was sampling this fragrance, testing out the little blind buy bottle that I had. So this bottle right here was gifted to me by my brother-in-law for this Christmas, along with that Rochas L'Homme that my wife gave me. So Christmas, I was smelling real good. This has a lot of core memories. And I did choose it for the daytime of my wedding. I chose Club de Nuit Intense Man for the night, and this I wore all that day. So this fragrance is very, very special to me, my wife, and my life. Another fragrance is very special to me, 1 ounce tiny baby bottle, 30 milliliter bottle, plenty of fragrance considering how beautiful this scent is. and how strong it is. It's very strong. You spray 6 sprays of this, you're going to be doing good. I mean, it lasts forever. It is minty, apple, vanillic. It's really good. So this fragrance is Versace Eros Eau de Toilette. One of the coolest bottles in the game. My favorite color is teal, so you already know I love this. I love the design. Everything about this bottle screams Bryce 101. This is me in a bottle. I love it. Amazing scent. Another Tom Ford fragrance that I have is Oud Wood. This is a little 30 ml bottle. That's how much is left in it. I actually got it with just over this amount. I was gifted it by a parent of one of the kids that I coach football for, and he didn't like it very much anymore, and he just gave me this tiny little amount, and I'm so grateful for it because it smells so good. I save it for special occasions, but this fragrance right here is an absolute woody monster. It smells so good. It's light, it's airy, it's something that you're gonna wanna get your nose on if you haven't. Not everybody's gonna like it. Not everybody likes Tom Ford. Not everyone's gonna like ombre leather. It's a very not confrontational. It's a very polarizing house because some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it. So one of my 2 Tom Fords, if you're not counting the dupe by Maison Alhambra, is Oud Wood. That fragrance is a great one. I mentioned this fragrance right here, but this one is way better. This is Dior Homme Intense. I would categorize it alongside that date night category. It's powdery. It's got iris. It's got like a lipsticky iris fragrance, so it smells similar to makeup. It smells so good. It smells really seductive. I put it alongside Dolce Gabbana, the One Eau de Parfum, and Nuit De Lhomme Eau de Toilette. Those fragrances kind of fall into this category. I only have a 50 ml, but I wish I had gotten a 100 ml. So this fragrance is super good for someone who just wants to smell light. And now, this fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances of all time, popular in the 90s. Of course, Alberto Marias, my favorite perfumer. This is Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger, or you could call it Tommy Cologne. This fragrance right here, it's got a unique cactus note. I don't know how to describe it. The best way I could describe it is fresh, but not aquatic. Doesn't smell like the ocean. It smells like spices, not like your typical spices that you would find in the cabinet, not spices that you would find in these gourmand fragrances that I have sitting here. But this fragrance right here is absolutely a killer. One of my favorite fragrances of all time. It reminds me of so many things. This is, along with Prada Luna Rossa Eau de Toilette, this is probably one of my top 2 fragrances of all time. I love that stuff. And when that bottle is gone, I'm getting another one. This bottle's almost been emptied. This is the Jeremyville edition. So usually the bottle doesn't look like this, but this is the Jeremyville. He's an artist that does art for Lacoste. And the Jeremyville edition of Lacoste L1212 Blanc or L1212 White. This fragrance right here smells like lemon. It is fresh, it's floral, it's got white florals. The bottle looks crispy, it looks good. It's got that textured glass on the side. This fragrance right here is unisex. My wife wears it, and when she wears it, she smells super good. I wear it. When I wear it, I smell super good. You're gonna have to get a bigger bottle than I got because I got the 1.7 ounce bottle. It's almost empty because you need to overspray this stuff. It is weak. It smells so good, and it's really weak. So if you're wearing something to the gym, this might be the one to get you the gym girls. But that being said, you have to overspray if you want it to last longer than maybe 30, 40 minutes. So this fragrance is super good, just very, very weak. Another weak fragrance, but brings back a lot of memories. I love the smell Curve Cologne by Liz Claiborne. This fragrance, the bottle's cool. It doesn't have a lid, it has a stopper. It has a stopper. You take the stopper off and then it sprays. And now my phone's about to smell like Curve Cologne. Curve smells like apple. It's got like an apple. I don't know if it's like a green apple or a red apple, whatever it is. It's got like an apple scent. It's very hard to explain. Pretty old school, maybe dated. I don't care if it's dated. I think it smells fantastic, and I will be wearing it for the remainder of my time on this earth, or as long as it's in production. Hopefully I don't die soon, so there's that. This right here is Bidet Al Oud Latafa Amethyst. So Amethyst is a rose fragrance. It's supposed to smell like Atomic Rose by Initio Parfums. So this fragrance is really good. My wife says it smells like bug spray. She does not like this one. I love it. I think the bottle smells good. I think it smells like a rose. I think it smells floral, delicious. But I understand that it's not for everybody because it also has some thickness. It also has some cloyingness. It could annoy people. But if you do 1 or 2 sprays, this is a fragrance that may not please everybody, but it pleases me. So it might be a fragrance that you wear for yourself rather than for other people. Anytime there's oud in the title of a fragrance, you got to be careful because you got to, does it really have oud? I don't know if this fragrance does have oud, but what I do know is that oud can be a very controversial note. I like it though. Not all oud, but I like that fragrance. This fragrance right here is Blue Jeans by Versace. This bottle is one of the first bottles that I ever bought at the recommendation of Jeremy Fragrance. It smells really freaking good. I like it. It's got that Versace thingamajig on the bottom, similar to Versace Eros. The fragrance is kind of dated, according to a lot of people. It's bubbly, effervescent. It's a very unique fragrance. Not everyone's gonna like it. Some people are gonna hate it, but it does smell really good. And it's kind of just a fun memory scent for anyone who grew up in the 90s around that fragrance. Time for these little bottles, okay? So this is St. Kitts. This is a little 1/2 ounce bottle by St. Kitts, okay? So St. Kitts by Tommy Bahama. I don't really love this one. I think it's kind of cloying. I think it's pretty yucky sometimes. Sometimes it makes my stomach hurt. Other times I think it's a really good scent. So it is cheap. The quality is going to be fairly cheap, but it is an okay fragrance. You might just have to check it out. In that same pack of 4, I got Tommy Bahama's Set Sail St. Bart's. This stuff is really good, and it smells a lot like Virgin Island Water by Creed for definitely a very small fraction of a price. For 20 bucks, this fragrance is super good. When they say it smells like vacation in a bottle, I didn't know what they meant until I wore it on vacation, and I was like, yep, this is definitely everything they said it was. This fragrance is super good and super nostalgic for me. The next one is Very Cool. Very Cool by Tommy Bahama. As you can see, I don't get a lot of wear out of it. I do like it though. And it really does justice to the name because, you know, just how ombre leather, you know, it's got leather. That's what it smells like. This is a very cool, fresh fragrance. So it does remind me of like it has a cooling effect to it. Similar to what I would feel when wearing Azzaro Chrome. So this fragrance right here, not a bad pickup if you like a fresh, cooling kind of feel. Almost like not icy hot per se, but kind of like icy hot. You know, it's got a temperature that you can sense through your nose somehow. The next fragrance, and my favorite fragrance by, at least so far, obviously, I think it might be tied with St. Bart's, but Martinique by Tommy Bahama. This stuff smells fantastic to me. I like it to church. I like it to bed. I think it's a very calming scent. I think that it's very, I love the green color, the aquamarine green, tealish hue. I love it. I think it smells good. I think it looks good. If you can pick up a full bottle of this for 20 bucks, go ahead and do it and you're not going to regret it. Obviously, the longevity is lacking because it is a Tommy Bahama $20 fragrance. But I think wearing this on a vacation would be fantastic. I think that any of those fragrances designed by Tommy Bahama, they're designed for vacation. So they got that vibe. This is Detour Noir by Al Haramain. And this fragrance has the worst bottle of all time. Seriously, look at that crap. It looks stupid. It looks like a pregnant woman with like a duck bill. It's so ugly. It's breaking the bottle. You see how it's been leaking since I got it. The atomizer doesn't work. It smells all right. I mean, it's supposed to be a dupe of Leighton by Parfums de Marly. Not really a fan of. I love Leighton. This is like okay. It's good. It doesn't have the magic that Leighton has with that apple and that cinnamon and that mintiness. It does an okay job replicating latent, but it's kind of like how I explained that flat Pepsi versus the bubbly Pepsi. This is a flat Pepsi version of Latent by Parfums de Marly. So if you can smell Latent, I would not get this over Latent, even to save a dollar or two. This right here is Lattafa Camera. Lattafa Camera is a great clone of Angel Share. Some people say it's not a clone. I disagree completely. I think it is a clone. Look at the bottle. It looks like Angel Share. It smells like Angel Share. It's got a very good holiday vibe, so you could wear this anytime around the holidays. It is very limited in when you can wear it because it's very thick. It's very sweet, super gourmand. So this fragrance right here, one of the coolest bottles, but this is the original Lattafa Camera. So do I recommend it? Yes, I do. You're going to smell really good, but you are limited in the amount of time that you're going to get in the year to wear it, unless you just like to smell like the holidays year round. It can be cloying, it can be too sweet. So be careful with this one, but it smells pretty good. We're wrapping things up pretty quickly. This is Stetson. Stetson by, it's just called Stetson Original. So this fragrance is old school. My mom got it for me. This is what she liked on guys when she was in high school. This is a very old school scent. A lot of people swear by it. It's not modern. It's not going to get you a lot of compliments in today's day and age. It smells like a cowboy because it's a Stetson brand cologne. It really is what it is. It's a cowboy brand cologne. It's a cologne spray, so probably like an eau de cologne concentration. It is good, but it's not good for the modern day. But hey, if you like it, you like it. And some people really love it. I know a lot of people who still wear it. So Stetson. And then this fragrance right here, Marciano. Guess Marciano. Not much to say about it. It's all right. It's all right. So thank you guys for bearing with me. I'm sure a lot of you guys did not make it to the end, but for those of you who did make it to the end, it means you love fragrances. It means you like to watch this content. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with me about something I'm passionate about, which is fragrances. If any of you would like more fragrance content or individual reviews on any of these fragrances or other fragrances, feel free to reach out and let me know. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.